Okay, today we're going to be going over a couple practice questions from the PARCC test. It's a little bit difficult for me to manage this writing tool, so I'm going to have to try to show you both sides. But hopefully you can follow along and answer the questions as you watch the video. I'm not going to give you the answers, but I am going to help you, okay? So this number 2 is the first one, and you have 0.5 times 5 minus 7x equals 8 minus 4x plus 6. So that's written right here. So, of course, the first thing I have to do is I have to take this 0.5 and distribute it there and there. 0.5 times 5 is 2.5. 0.5 times negative 7 is negative 3.5, and don't forget the x, equals 8. Okay, now we have this negative sign here. So we got to distribute it here. Negative 1, which is the invisible number here. Negative 1 times 4x is negative 4x. Negative 1 times 6 is negative 6. Okay. Remember from the poster that was hanging on the wall in the classroom, the next step after distribute is to combine like terms. On this side, there are no like terms, but here I have 8 minus 6, which is 2. So I'm going to write 2 minus 4x is equal to, and then these two I'm just going to leave because they are not like terms. Okay, remember step 3. Get the numbers to one side, variables to the other side. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring this 4x over to this side by adding it. So I'm going to add 4x to both sides. And again, bear with me here. So I end up with 2.5 plus 0.5x, because negative 3.5 plus 4 is 0.5, is equal to 2. Okay, now what? Now we have to get the numbers to the other side. I subtract 2.5 from both sides, and I end up with 0.5x is equal to negative 0.5. And then the last step is to divide by 0.5, and you're going to get your answer, and you're going to write it right there. Okay. Number 2 is a graph that shows y as a function of x, okay? And for which of the intervals is the function decreasing? Remember, decreasing means going down. Is it decreasing here? No, it's kind of going up, right? So this is the first interval from negative 7 to negative 3. That's what this is right here. Is it decreasing? No. How about the next interval from negative 3 to negative 1? Is that decreasing? No. How about from negative 1 to 1? Is that decreasing? Yes, that is decreasing, right? So C is one of them. Go ahead and find the other. Okay, number 4. Which statement best describes the value of the square root of 8? Okay, so the choices are between 2 and 2.5, between 2.5 and 3, 3 and 3.5, or 3.5 and 4. Okay, so remember, again, we did this a long time ago. So the square root of 8. 8 is not a perfect square, but I know that 4 is a perfect square and 9 is a perfect square. So I'm going to create my number line. Okay, remember doing this back in, I believe, September. This might have been one of the first things we did. Okay, so with the 4 here and the 9's here, then where does the 8 go? The 8's going to go right about there. And I know that this is 2, and I know that this is 3. Okay, so what would this number be? Which one of these would this number be? Okay, so go ahead and mark that. All right, number 5. Which equation has both 4 and negative 4 as possible values of y? So this says y squared equals 8. So does 4 squared equal 8? No, it doesn't. 4 squared equals 16, right? And negative 4 squared equals 16, okay? What about this one? Cubed. Does negative 4 cubed equal 64? No. Negative 4 cubed equals negative 64. Okay, so the answer there, I kind of just gave it to you. All right, and then the last one is number 6, system of equations. They give us x, and they want us to find y. So you remember substitution? So if x is 10, then I can just plug this 10 right here, and instead of 3 times x, I get 3 times 10, because they tell me x equals 10. So I don't have to write x, I can write 10. So 3 times 10 plus 5y plus 5 times y is equal to 20. So of course this is 30 plus 5y equals 20. And then you're just going to subtract 30 from both sides, divide by 5. That's going to be your answer. You're going to put that right there. Okay? So that's it for today. Good luck.